Alrighty, let's get cracking. Let's do some Avowed. I might do a bit of Overwatch, but I'm not sort of really feeling it at the moment. It's been a long and complicated sort of weekend, and I probably need something where I don't need to think too much. So there's also the thought that at Avowed eventually I get the win, which at the moment Overwatch seems to be very light on for wins, so let's push any button and continue now. I am putting this on my YouTube channel, so there's a bit of a catch up. Oh shit, Overwatch Esports Japan. Yeah, thank you Twitch for alerting me to the fact that But yeah, so anyway, I went to see the Ambassador, which is all on the YouTube channel. The Ambassador is still a bit of a flaky cunt. I wouldn't trust him as far as I could spit him. But we've now met Inquisitor Ludwin. I can see why the Ambassador's kind of flaky, because yeah, with friends like those, who needs enemies? Yeah, so anyway, we have now a flaky villain and one scary villain, and I've been sent to Fior Mes Iverno, which has just turned up on my screen. I've had a bit of an interesting conversation with the mayor of Mr. Vidaro, whose mansion I'm now going to raid, because you know that's how this works. Bedroom. No, look, that's frankly getting weird. Yeah, so anyway, Mr. Mayor of Fior Mes Iverno has had a bit of a spectacular falling out with one of his animancers. Oh, and how sad, we have a missing person. The governor is looking for the remains of Maxim Vidaro, who vanished in the wilderness 10 years ago. His journal is also missing and will be accepted as proof of discovery. Our founder, my father, and an devout gay knight, he would not have left us without good reason, so I have every reason to believe he hasn't gone far. Ignacio Vidaro, governor of Fior Mes Iverno. Okay. Yeah, so anyway, I gotta go speak with Giatta, who is a lady of the rotten vegetables and the temper tantrum, and who's also been oh, an amethyst. Okay, thank you. Yes, I would be looking at me kind of weird too if I just walk around picking up cash randomly. Is this a stair? Yeah, this is a stair. Am I going in the right direction if I go down the stair? I hope so. Oh, hey. Let me take the potion. Hey mate, can I talk to you guys? No, I can do. What about you guys? Alright. One thing I'll say about Fior Mes Iverno is that mushrooms. Mushrooms, fucking mushrooms.
That did not go as I had planned.
You're not wrong.
When you confronted him so?
Well, my first idea was to mess up his house. Maybe break a window or two.
Perhaps I should thank you for showing restraint.
Yeah, hi. Sorry to interrupt you.
My apologies, Godlike. You happened upon Fior at an inopportune time.
I'm sorry you had to see that. What an asshole.
Giatta, some manners.
Okay.
Why start now?
We're on the verge of extinction, but our governor is too busy protecting his fragile ego.
Then why didn't anyone speak up with you? Hey, by the way, I've got some rocking armor.
To them, I'm just a cautionary tale. A fallen Animancer.
You did challenge his authority.
I know, but... curses. Without Fior Mes Iverno, I'm hardly even an Animancer. My tools, the workshop, all gone.
I'm sorry about your exile. Can we still fight the Dream Scourge?
We'll have fewer resources to work with, but anything's possible. At least now I'm free to study whatever I want, on my terms. The Dream Scourge has been a thorn in my side for too long.
How so? Tell me about
I've plans for
this.
island, and they don't involve the Dream Scourge. But that's a story for another day.
Your parents would be proud to see such tenacity.
Anyway, listen to us babble. Let's talk about you. I never expected to see an Adiran envoy here. You've got a lot of guts showing your face in a town full of Animancers.
If we can stop the Dream Scourge, I'm willing to look past my biases.
How generous of you. Our first order of business is the Dream Scourge, but I'm also curious about you. There aren't many godlike left these days.
You think there might be a connection?
Wouldn't that be a coincidence? I only bring it up because Animancy might offer us some insight into your nature. Keep an open mind. While I pack up my belongings, you can help me by...
Are you okay?
I just realized this is the end. I have to leave Fior Mes Iverno. Forever.
Quickly, Chief, I can say something encouraging. Nothing ends. Think of it as a new beginning with new friends.
Some people don't find out who they really are until they leave home.
You'll be alright. My advice, find a good tavern and learn how to prepare squirrel over an open flame.
Maybe if I focus on what I have gained, I can learn to accept everything I've lost. When it comes to the Dream Scourge, we haven't been allowed to acknowledge the problem, much less act on a solution. Today, that changes. I need help from the Animancers around town, but as you can see, I'm an outcast.
Will your colleagues even talk to me after what happened to you? Silly
Don't
question.
worry. Ignacy can't banish us all. Monto Pastor is in the workshop due west. He's got an invention that can help us. Elia Rossell is an authority on the undead. Her methods are controversial, but useful. She lives in a cottage southeast of town. And then there's Yvette and Remy, our philosophers. You'll find them at the docks, southeast of Fior. Each of them owes me a favor. Drop my name and they'll tell you what they know about the Dream Scourge.
What do you expect to learn?
I'd rather you find that out for yourself. Whatever it is, I won't be disappointed. We're about to make history. But first, research.
Guessing she's not much of a hunter. Might want to
Quickly,
get extra
Chief.
rations next time we go shopping.
Oops. Hang on.
Godlike, imperial
Oh, okay, so I didn't get the vase. Righto. Okay, crap. Alright, so I thought I'd have time to go back. Let's pack the food. Pack the grenade. That's a bit crap about the Scofflaws vase. Side quest failing, but you know, that's what it is, I guess. Can I take any more of this food? Just asking for a mate. Giattas Award. Best achievement in agriculture. Hard work and innovation. Last season's pumpkins were larger, rounder, and grew at record speed. Well done. Okay. Now I've got to play through this again to find out what the vase quest is. Ecology of the living lands. No one can explain why the living lands naturally grows and thrives in an unnatural manner. We've seen plant life consume mountains overnight. Creatures tall enough to knock over mighty trees, and beneath it all a potent river of wild essence. Civilization has not found a stable foothold in the living lands. Whenever we try, there is some reprisal, almost as if the island knows how to shrug us off. Okay, Sorry, I'm going to raid your little lockbox. Okay, Giatta, I have no idea how we've... Okay, we've messed up the Scofflaws Vase quest, that's okay. Hey.
Careful, or we'll get thrown out of the pub.
We're already thrown out.
Really? Huh. And when did that happen?
Can't say as I remember.
You, my friend, need some water.
Yes. I think that is quite possible. Now, what's this sort of little exclamation mark here? Oh, more. I was going to say more amethyst. Oh, a journal. Okay, Valentio Casanueva. Animantic notes, scribbles. I have gained much in my latest initiative, and I've enjoyed myself despite my misgivings. Still, soon will come the day when I no longer need to court either of them, and I do long to return to my sweet solitude. Until then, however, I must work. While Sinia's work remains inscrutably meticulous, I have liberated the innovations I feel would be most beneficial to my own goals, and while I bristle at Azalia's continued frivolity, her insights under the influence of drink have proven that her notes contain value I could not find elsewhere. It could be said that neither deserves the ill I am doing to them, but I argue both will benefit by seeing their work brought to light, even if credit is never received where it's due. Okay, Valentio, if I find you, mate, I shall probably beat you severely with a stick.
One job. One job. But I couldn't even do that.
Hey, buddy. Sorry, I'm going to steal your food, then I'm going to talk to you.
Look out for her, Fidelio. How hard could that have been?
I don't know, Fidelio. Another troubled Fior
Not
and...
everyone has the ranger captain breathing down their neck. I don't mean that. I have a lot on my plate.
Where's the rest of your squad? Should you not be out on patrol, buddy?
I'd like to be. They're out searching. Someone had to hold down the fort. My two
Searching?
youngest rangers were supposed to report back from their rounds. I assumed they'd turn up. But it's been 3 days now. They're still not here.
If you need them found, I'm at your service.
Where's Ilia? Their names are Belena and Adalaro. I doubt they'll be apart. They were good rangers once, but since they've caught each other's eye, all they do is sneak off to...
Get to know each other.
I think they know each other very well.
Well, there's worse places to make the four-legged beast. I promise you that.
New recruits running off with each other? Oh man, this brings me back.
Anyway, I never thought I had any cause for concern.
But
They
then...
always find their way back eventually, but they haven't this time. They're out there, all alone, and they could be in danger, and
You don't have to explain yourself, I'll be
The
worried
last
about
time
them
I
too.
saw them, I sent them to patrol the northern riverbed. If you go that way, please, keep an eye out for them. I'm losing my mind in here.
Two young Nemdutin wandering out by a river. Consider them found.
Maybe we don't go too soon. Give them a while. Know what I mean?
Yes, I was going to say, if we find them, that could potentially be embarrassing. What's the letter? Adelaro, my love, I want to see you again. What about our patrol tomorrow night? The woods will give us some privacy. Don't breathe a word to Aina, though. She went to the captain last time, Belena. I see. Alrighty, what do you got to sell, mate? Savvy brewer?
Well, I'll be a godlike in the bone and bore. Apologies for the ruckus outside. The Animancers never know when to shut their mouths.
Every town has its
Sounds
quirks.
like you've traveled a fair bit. Although even by Fior standards, tensions are at a breaking point. Except Giatta and Quilici, that is. They are the only Animancers taking the Dream Scourge seriously.
What do you think?
You see this pub? No one here is an Animancer. We are Fior's labor. Rangers, farmers, and the sentries. We've all heard the rumors from outside. Animals gone mad. Terror stalking the wilderness day and night.
Terrors have always stalked the wilderness day and night.
But now, they do so without fear. And that's not even our biggest problem. We've had crops fail before, but never food rations. The governor says it's just a temporary precaution, but I am not buying it. So, we ought to drink while we can. Agreed? Anything I can get you?
What have you got for sale? Lockpicks are handy. I'll grab one, just reason. The tar loaf is good, the Maria Crudia is better. Mari Crudia. Arak is useful but I'm not using it. Soko, fruitful wine. Let's buy one of each, because yeah, just reasons. Hardtack doesn't give me much health, neither does Leithorn. I'm pretty right, I think. Have you got any... You got any corn? Like the old saying goes. Used to sell to any vendor for a high price. Amethysts sell for a high price. Agate sell for a high price. Okay, so what I might do is try to find... Thanks, mate. It's good to see you too. Now I have to go... Because, like, none of these Animancer dudes ever are going to live in the same place. You know, I'm always going to be, hey, mate. Okay, I'll just push straight past you and be a rude cunt. Whoops.
Welcome to my fine establishment. I'm Ika.
Hey, matey. How you doing? You got anything I can use to kill people?
I was not expecting such an esteemed guest in my humble workshop. Are you in need of any weapons or armor? The roads haven't been safe as of late.
Do Animancers have much use for weapons and armor?
Not really. But not all of us in Fior are Animancers, you know. Besides humble craftsmen such as myself, we have the Rangers to outfit. Under normal circumstances, I'd not sell to a traveler like yourself. But as I'm sure you've seen, these are not normal circumstances. Care to see what I have?
Show us your wares, buddy. Now, I can have an exceptional Aquabus, which does mad physical damage, and gives me more stamina. An exceptional bow, which is pretty decent. A great axe. A hammer. I can have a little bit of awakened Adra. Let's grab 2 bits of that. I don't have enough money. Okay. Here is where... Whoa. Fuck me. Alright. It looks like I just sold all my... turquoises. Let's grab the awakened Adra. Actually, let's cancel. Can I just buy ordinary Adra? Alright, now... Can't afford anything else at all. The lodestone looks kind of cool, but yeah, how am I going to go with that? Should I sell the... And let's sell the agates as well, because look, basically walking around with gems isn't doing me much good, but having Adra is useful. Having an exceptional bow or an exceptional arquebus or even an exceptional dagger might be kind of useful. I can't afford them, so fuck that shit. Bother. Okay. Now, to upgrade unflinching duty. I need all sorts of things, but yeah, okay, basically.
Welcome to my fine fine establishment, Amica.
Alright, now got cash. That's good, I guess. Now, it would be better if I had more things I could use for killing people and for... Oh, there's Talon. And Spring Breeze. Nice. I've been seeing things saying that there's plants and I haven't been able to find the plants. Now, let's walk in here randomly because walking into people's rooms is how we roll. Animancy workshop. Okay, this is... Okay, yes. Yes, alright, what's it do? Missing hand, dragon heart. Okay, Monto, how you going, mate?
I heard there was a new arrival, but I didn't expect a godlike. Welcome to our modest workshop.
Ah, the place is hardly modest, it's incredible.
Well, maybe to you, but I was educated in the great laboratories of Spirento, in the halls of experimentation. But you didn't journey all this way to hear me reminisce about the old country.
Explain for a curious outsider, how does animancy actually work?
What a question! If I were to answer in full, we'd be here for several decades. In short, we Animancers study essence, soul matter, if you will. Nearly everything has some essence, including you and I. Here in Emerald Stair, we use essence to enhance the crops, power our machines, even animate corpses. That is a preliminary explanation, but one that should serve, I hope.
It's kind of disturbing. Giatta and I are investigating the scourge.
What a loss. I owe that young woman more than I could ever repay. Unfortunately, I cannot do a lick of research while my equipment is underpowered and overworked.
That's no good. Giatta said your machine could help her research.
Yes, her theory of the dream scourge, I'm quite familiar. What I need is a stronger power source.
Can't you just animance one?
We can't make something out of nothing. We're still limited by our resources. I could use a large single block of Atra, but harvesting it is difficult in this environment. Oh, wait. One of our rangers reported that an Adragon recently died in a western grove.
At the risk of stating obvious, we're standing in front of a large Adra pillar. Died is unusual.
Indeed, but that well is almost dry. I need more. An Adragon's heart can hold an immense amount of essence. The grove is to the west across the chasm. You can't miss it. The rangers say a Delamgan queen holds court there. You may be able to retrieve it without violence, but most Delamgan in these parts are hostile to Keith. So you can understand why none of us went rushing over there to find it when we heard the Adragon had died. Still, Delamgan queens can be reasoned with, so if you want to get the heart peacefully, try not to kill her guards.
Don't kill the guards. I'll see what I can do.
Be careful. Emerald Stair is not itself these days.
You're not wrong.
Let's go. That Adragon's heart isn't gonna yank itself out.
Yes, I see that, yes. Is there anything over here that's helpful? Forget me not, tonic. Take a cupful approximately 1 hour before beginning tedious activity. If administered correctly, time should appear to pass more quickly and tasks should feel more tolerable. Side effects may include amnesia surrounding the dosage period. Okay, that would be interesting. Hang on. Tides and moons, a natural historian account. The goddess is love for the moon, causes the tides, but as men and women of science, we should know this to be a shadow of the truth. Now, Ondrate's tell of a smaller moon, Yoni brother, that the goddess supposedly pulled from the sky in an earlier age, and while such a thing seems impossible, for only brother still roams the sky above, it is true that explorers in the far reaches have found mineral fragments that do not naturally occur on any known continent in Eora. Furthermore, naturalists in Adir, Roatai, and Darwood have observed the remains of ancient ocean life many miles inland. Such a thing would only be possible if Eora's oceans had once been larger, or, as I hear proposed, if a catastrophic flood had once washed over the continents. While few phenomena could cause a flood of this magnitude, a large body falling in the seas might just do the trick. In these pages I'll explain how some force of nature, if not an amorous goddess, could have pulled a small moon into Eora millennia ago. Okay, that's interesting. Hey. Hey, Lorenzo.
Envoy, I'm sorry. I'm not in a place to talk right now.
Tell us about what you look exhausted.
I'm not concerned with that. Not now. Yesterday, I made an incredible discovery. We can use half as much Adra to achieve the same results. And then I thought, what if one day it's a third, a quarter, a speck?
Wouldn't this be a good thing?
No. To harness these forces for so small a price is too much power. Who knows what kind of chaos we'll create? I have been reading Athelmir's treatise on Wodica. Perhaps she's right. Maybe Animancers should be reined in.
Set an example and show your colleagues how it can be used for good.
How can I? Alright. I'll do some more tests and see where they lead me. But I won't publish anything until I'm absolutely sure.
That's fair. You worry me a bit, mate. Now, can I interact with this book? Yes, Monsters of the Deadfire Archipelago. I need to know about this. Okay, so archipelago between the Great Eastern Ocean and the Restless Ocean. Hundreds of small islands. Few dare to brave its treacherous rapids, and fewer still have returned to tell the tale of their adventures. Yes, okay. Travel between the two oceans is virtually impossible. Great storms. Marine ships foolhardy enough to attempt to navigate, which should be enough to deter anyone from attempting the voyage. The weather and the treacherous rocks are only a precursor to the actual horrors of the archipelago. The terrors of the deep. No one knows how many creatures stalk the oceans, waiting for unsuspecting settlers drifting into the waters. We know some. Okay, a barbed ravager, which is a giant shark. It rams passing vessels, tries to knock sailors off the deck and smash a hole in the hull. Has tremendous spines, which are presumed to be poisonous. The largest sighted one with survivors was about 30 foot long. A winding serpent, smaller around than a ravager, but a bit longer. The winding serpent attacks in small packs, usually 3 to 8. They have long, sharp heads, somewhat reminiscent of a barracuda. Like the ravager, they repeatedly slam the side of a ship, hoping to crack a hole or knock someone from the deck. They have also been known to swim into the depths and shoot up out of the ocean, landing on the deck, coiling and winding their way around, snapping up any crew they can before plunging back into the ocean. Leviathan. Imagine the largest whale you've ever seen. The Leviathan is at least 10 times that size. By the time a ship sees a Leviathan, it's already too late. As they rise from the depths, the water around them begins to spin and sink, creating a whirlpool. The Leviathan's body surrounds the helpless vessel, preventing escape, and as it goes down, the enormous mouth opens, pulling all aboard to their watery death. Okay. Pulpavir, all the creatures you've read about are nothing here in this book, and nothing compared to Pulpavir. Barely the size of a man. What they lack in strength and size, they make up for numbers and terrifying viciousness. Their lower halves are massive tentacles, like octopus or squid, but more numerous. Their tentacles are long black whips with suction cups on the underside and small thorny barbs on the top. The sheer number of tentacles gives them a frightening speed when walking on land, pulling themselves forward almost as fast as a running horse. While they vaguely resemble a human from the waist up, any extended examination proves wrong. The assumption is long, stringy black hair falls from the top of their heads to cover a face taken from a nightmare. A wide, gaping mouth cuts across the bottom of its head from ear to ear, full of wicked dagger-like teeth. 2 large round eyes are sunken into its head, black as coal, shining with a malevolent fire. A small antenna protrudes from the liver's forehead, ending in a small nodule that can glow with an eerie blue light. One can imagine a sailor on the deck of a ship at night, looking out across the black water, blood freezing as countless lights appear beneath the surface rising towards him as the pulpovier swarm upwards. Because they seem to be more octopus than man, they can collapse in on themselves, fitting into spaces no person should be able to. The smallest crack in a hull, the slightest separation between boards offers them entrance. It is not unknown for them to slaughter an entire crew from hold up to deck by infiltrating the ship from underneath. Fortunately, they do not seem to have spread too far outside the archipelago, but there may come a day when attacks become commonplace. Alright. That's cheerful. I now know I really need some sort of mass damage. Can I read that book? My rejection of so-called ethics. Okay. Yes. Okay. Animancers is a magnet for naysayers who cherish ignorance over progress and safety over opportunity. I don't deny that our artist produced a misfortune over the years. Belreach, Brackenbury, and the events at Castle House, which was the very big smoking hole near the smugglers. Yes, okay, to name a few. But why should those incidents cast a long shadow when a ship sinks to the bottom of the ocean? No one forces merchants to abandon their trade. We resist society's unjust call to smash our machines when our research for Animancers society can join us, but we won't hesitate to leave them in our dust. Alright, that's... Is there anything else here? Oh, there's a chest. That's nice. Let's just raid this guy's... Okay, so I've learnt that little scary octopus critters are... Whoop, hang on a sec. What's this? Summit meeting notice on the Deadfire event. Okay. Interesting. Topic: spiritual disturbance in the Deadfire Archipelago. All agreed that a disturbance shook the metaphysical veil between the here and the beyond. Cause of disturbance unknown. Experiment gone wrong. Rumours of giant address statue to mass hallucination. Periquilici request to contact Republic's associate for a second opinion. Motion denied. Results inconclusive. No action required at this time. Alright. So, work.
It's the essence I'm concerned about.
Okay. Clean up after your experiments. I don't want to see stagnant puddles or shards of pedro where people are expected to walk. Label your experiments. Is your corpse a terrible accident or a work in progress? No stealing resources. No one should have to steal. Governor Vidaro grants us what we need for our duties and not a copper wire wall. Elio Rossel is not allowed inside the workshop. No self-explanatory. No food or drink. Research notes stained with tea will not be accepted. Okay.
This again. You're beginning to sound like Giatta.
Have you ever stopped and listened to her? She might be onto something.
Okay.
I'm sure her mother and father were onto something, and look what happened to them.
Okay, so what's the recent history? Okay, the aliens' arrival was not unexpected. Our fisherfolk had watched them lurking near the edges of our territory for months. We were not sure what they wanted at first, aside from whatever it was we had. When Onikaza sent an envoy to speak with them, they made noise about desiring trade and cultural exchange. What they intended to trade or what manner of cultural exchange, I think Elf wasn't immediately clear. We knew their arrival spelled change for the Deadfire as surely as we know that rain falls in the monsoon season. The trouble came in how we would manage the Valian's influence, how we would contain it. Better they think as partners than easy marks. The thinking at the palace went at the time. We could not risk war with them. Okay, as the leader of the Kahanga, Onikaza decided for us. She allowed the Valians to set down roots in Queen's Birth and began limiting mining operations in the archipelago. She suggested this might ease trade and tensions between our people and theirs, but in truth I believe she only wanted to keep an eye on them. I sympathise with her point of view, but I cannot endorse it because Onikaza forgot the truth of roots. They are silent, grasping hands of trees, and once that tree is established, it can't be moved without destroying the ground around it. Anyway, so the Valians quickly made themselves at home, and ensuing conflict happened and fractured the Juana further. Of course, then the Rowatayans arrived. By this point, it was too late. The colonials were in dead fire to stay. Now Juana refugees flooded Nagataka, complaining of lost land, and the trading companies fight a quiet war against each other with their doorsteps at the front. Nagati, guide us in this trying time. Now, g'day, mate. Let's talk to you. Oh, that's an essence potion. Can I talk to you, mate? Hang on. You are talking. You're not. No. Can I talk to you? No, and I can't interact with any of that. If I go up here, what do I find? Nothing. Except a very large pillar of Adra. Any useful notes here? Doesn't look it. I'm going to rudely go up here and raid whatever's up here because that seems to be how this game works. And alright, let's go up here and along in here. That looks like a record player. Oh, this looks like a chest. Yay! I might fuck up my sorting side quests. Okay, 2 moons. Belafa and Calder. There we go. Okay. I'll add that to the journal. So, 2 moons. Fucks up the tides. Don't tell, let me guess. I know what's going to happen next.
What do you
G'day.
think of Giatta's theory?
I think it's
My experiments have been a little unpredictable. Like the essence has no sense of direction. How did you know? We should talk, but not here.
Oh no, keep talking. Can I talk to you? Okay, now I can't talk to you. Good out. Now what's over here? On the efficacy of imps. Okay, a time-worn adage amongst practitioners of the arcane arts is that early wizards compelled imps to service not out of a desire for their assistance, but to banish them from underfoot. I doubt it not at all, because one could not conjure a more unruly, noisome, maladroit, or irascible aid. Why then do we employ them? Imps, dear reader, are to a wizard sanctum as rats are to a ship. Whether out of malign instinct or pure mischief, they infiltrate our laboratories with alarming regularity. Nenaghoth conjectures in his sensitivity of simpletons that imps infest any locus of concentrated mystical influence, and accounts of the creatures lurking amongst the uninhabited ruins of Engwith seem to corroborate his supposition. Yet a wizard's domicile seems to possess a particular appeal to them, regardless of whether it resides at the nexus of spiritual power or not. Okay. Left to their own devices, the winged miscreants accrue loose baubles, hoarding them in filthy dens, often as not establish our cupboards and privies. Seemingly possessed of an antiquity dealer's discernment, each prefers to pilfer the most valuable paraphernalia and potent artifacts, but they remain pathetically inept in the use of even the simplest gewgaw. Their general incompetence makes them appealing retainers. One of the little cretins may display a favoured wand of elemental power, but little peril exists of it activating the instrument and immolating your collective volumes of arcana. The same cannot be said of apprentices. Now, the beasts possess a danger to the unwary, for they possess a low cunning. Present a danger to the unwary. They possess a low cunning, not unlike those of Zorips and Orlands, without a domineering hand to direct them. Imps rapidly regress their base instincts. Even transitory leniency with a single imp can imperil a wizard's entire collection. The alchemy of imp spray. Okay. I kept a pair of imps caged for the better part of 3 decades while I scripted volume 5 of my series Scent Languages of the Perverse. Every day the duo would fill the air from their glands as they communicated across the distance. I grew to understand the alchemy of their spray by standing in its path and allowing the fetid effluvium to wash over me. Such wondrous effluvium, so potent it hovers over me still. Just as I had written the last page, what was to be my greatest work, the dialect of their spray changed entirely, rendering my findings useless, but how they laughed at my expense. I know the smell of failure. It is the reek of 30 years' worth of concentrated imp farts sprayed in one's face and the bitterness of having no academic recognition to show for it. The many pitfalls of imp husbandry. Okay. This book narrates one scholar's dissection of all matters related to the care of household imps, focusing notably on their cleaning and housebreaking. One passage has been underlined: never allow imps to learn spells or wield artifacts of power. Their bodies sponge up the essence remainder and grow exponentially larger in size. One of my household servants pilfered a ring from my collection and grew to the size of an aurochs before I had him properly drained. The glands also grow more pungent than mere writing can hope to encompass, so beware. So, I feel like the moral of the story here is if someone offers me an imp, I need to keep the fuck away from it. That would probably be the correct answer. Now, having discovered many interesting facts about imps, most notably that I want to keep the fuck away from them,
Ado, welcome to my fine establishment, amica.
Hey mate, yes, same to you now. Let's travel to Emerald Stair. Oh shit, no. Wait, I don't need to travel to Emerald Stair. Do I? Fuck. Okay. Ingwithans, an ancient society that vanished, remembered for their grand architecture and deep knowledge of soul manipulation. They left vast ruins and intricate machines all over the known world, but what became of them at the height of their power remains a mystery. Okay. I don't think I need to speak to someone in Emerald Stair, but I will check my journal just to make sure. Feel like an Ernie and Bert sketch here. Yeah, we'll check just to make sure. Okay. Gotta consult with Elia, gotta consult with... what's my journal say? Missing rangers, food theft, totem of defiance, farms or rips, bounties, treasure maps. Ah. Okay. Docksides, so I'm going the wrong way. So I need to go back here. Okay, Galawain is the god of the hunt. Assassins pursue wilderness and predatory creatures. He takes the form of a fur-clad hunter, flanked by hunting dogs, giant cats or other animal companions. Those who call upon Galawain favour the survival of the strong and the culling of the weak. I like the bit about the dogs, cats and other animal companions, but not the survival of the fittest stuff. I think that's, yeah. Alright. Yeah. Okay. Let's go. Down here. There are chickens.
Come on. My invention is guaranteed to enlarge your essence.
Okay. Honor the Magnificent.
A moment of your time, my friend. Tell me, what do you know about your soul?
I'm a godlike, so I've got some divine heritage. What?
Your soul is an ancient, wondrous thing, suffused with lifetimes of rich, delicious memory. But it's tired, my friend, heavy with the burden of generations, and too weak to survive another turning of the wheel.
Oh, and how much do I pay you to lighten my soul?
That's the beauty of it. The first treatments on the house. The moment you entered the city, I calibrated my invention to the highest setting and attuned it to your soul. So tell me, how do you feel? Better already, huh?
Use some. I feel fine, I guess.
Of course you do. That's what healthy feels like. Do remember to tell your friends about all the benefits of animancy. Enjoy your soul.
You ever think
Okay.
of sticking your head in the bear's mouth, don't you?
Yes. At this point, I think I've possibly stuck my head up the wrong end of the bear, in fact. Now, which way do I have to go? Oh, actually, here, so here's a plant. Thank you. Plants. There's more plants over there. Hang on, let's just sort of wander in here.
These are truly wonderful. Powerful, self-aware, rich with
Stew.
insight.
Insight, you say?
Indeed. The spirits have access to life.
Okay. Souls are made of essence. Essence is made of why hostile spirits visible to the naked eye. Undiscovered gods mapping the beyond. Soul compass, is that something? Hide our work from the gods. Tea, soul tea. If I don't settle on a dissertation, Tommy, my mentor, is going to kill me.
Times of knowledge.
And the spirits have access to a lifetime of knowledge.
A pity I must wait until I'm dead.
Okay, have you good folks got anything useful for me to talk about? Nah. Alright, okay. I've got the palm hearts. Going down here, I'll get some more palm hearts. No, I don't. I got thorn fruit. Do I need to talk to you, buddy? Oh, that's Bounty Master Martella. How you going?
Welcome back. You are here to collect a bounty, huh?
Not this time.
Well, then why are you here? Come back when you have some good news.
That's a fair point. Now, let's see if I can find me some bounties. I've already fucked up one of my quests. Hello, Fior Mes Citizen. Can I say good day to you? No, I can't. Let's go to... Hang on, why am I going to Emerald Stair again? Fuck me. I mean, I'm sure Emerald Stair is very nice, but I gotta find these other buggers to talk to and then go back to Giatta, I thought. Okay. Okay, let's go. Now, let's go. Let's find my mates. Now, B is consult with Elia. C is Yvette and Remy. So B and C.
I pretty much brought that plague bear down by myself.
Okay.
Did you now? Captain Masoni said he'd never seen anything like it.
Oh, I bet. Can't talk right now, sorry.
Okay. Okay, so story about the plague bear. Hey, Nico.
Times are hard, but the Animancers haven't failed us yet.
Alright, well, let's hope that there's not... Now, can I fast travel myself back to... Where's... Consult with Elia? And consult with Yvette and Remy. Okay. So, if I'm at the Farmer's Market Beacon, where am I? I can travel to the camp. And that gets me part way there. Yay. And just my reminder that Adra is important. Okay. Okay. Adra, Adra, what's happening with the Adra? The Adra, the Adra. Wonder what's happening with the Adra. Now. Okay, am I there? Upgrade materials. Okay. Now. I probably should. Can I stash anything? Got no loot. Got a bunch of stuff that I might be able to turn into upgrades. Don't need any of that crap.
Listen,
Can I craft?
I need you to stalk like a cat, not stomp around like a battle rock.
My training was a lot bigger on stomping than stalking, unfortunately.
Okay. Can't upgrade any of those. I got a common dagger and a common bow. I don't need the common dagger or the common bow.
I got cooking lessons in Solace, but you don't see me making beetle mash every night for dinner. The bears out here can hear a snapfly dropping sokka from across the stair. You don't want to get eaten, you need to walk slow.
Okay, that's a good point. I don't want to get eaten. I've got to walk softly.
I'll remind you of that next time you start playing your flute at camp.
That is different. Bear's natural prey doesn't tend to play flutes.
They might show up to get you to stop.
I've had this flute for years, and I have yet to be killed by a bear.
On second thought, maybe that's what's keeping them away.
That works.
Envoy? Well, that was interesting, right? The woman arguing about the crops failing? Standing up for what you believe against authority. I can respect that. Of course, my method would have been run away under the cover of night, never to return, but yeah, this works for
her. You don't think you'd stand up for what you believe?
It's more that I don't think my belief's worth standing up for. Life's simpler that way. Anyway, there's clearly more going on here than a bunch of Animancers sitting in dusty labs doing whatever they do all day. Beyond that, nah, I can't help you. Call me when you're back to facing real danger. Right, changing the subject.
Let's talk about Emerald Stair. Ask away. Got any tips for surviving there?
This is probably old information for you, but you asked. Less urgency for shelter here. You can find shrubs to block the wind or tree cover to protect from rain. There's also plenty of food around too, if you know where to look. Rule of thumb, if it's red, don't eat it. Or if it makes you itch. There's also just about any kind of game you can imagine. Just make sure whatever you catch doesn't have mushrooms growing out of its face. Oh, and be careful when you leave the roads. You never know when that deer you killed was some Delmgon's favorite pet.
Okay.
Right, changing the subject.
Okay. I'd like to know more about you. I understand you're not too fond of mysticism, magic, or religion. Why is that?
Oh, you noticed.
Yes.
I've heard stories all my life about the gods and magic, and they never seem to do any good for anyone.
Your wilderness abilities probably seem like magic to others.
I'm sure they do. You know better, though, I'd wager. It's just Pargrunan wilderness lore, developed over the centuries in Solace. Tricks, traps, gadgets, nothing more. But hey, if people want to think it's magic, then go ahead. I'm not gonna bend over backward just to seem internally consistent.
What stories have you heard that turned you away from mysticism?
Almost all of them. Andra pulling down the moon to destroy civilization. The God Hammer bomb. All that stuff down in the Deadfire. No one as fickle as those gods seem to be should ever be put in charge of reincarnation, I tell you that.
I see your point.
Right. More trouble than they're worth, if you ask me.
I think mysticism's a necessary evil they have to accept.
You asked, I answered. Feel free to cast all the spells and cry out to whatever gods you like. I won't stop you. Just don't expect me to join in.
Yep, that's fair.
Changing the subject.
Yeah, get some rest, mate. Now. Yeah, okay, what have you got for me, mate?
You know, I've heard dueling as popular in the Valian republics. You wouldn't think a public argument could feel as brutal, but I'll be damned if Giatta didn't draw blood.
I was going to say, I won't say she had to make her point. I'm surprised no one else backed her up.
I wish I could say the same. Living landers can be contrarian and combative. That's what sends a lot of us here in the first place. But it's still hard to swim against the tide with your own people. Especially when it means getting them to face a hard truth.
This is why I prefer the wilds to court, fewer politics.
Agreed.
I'm with you both. And Giatta. She knows who she is and what she believes. She's got more clarity and conviction than I had at her age.
She has more clarity than you have now.
Hey, I am a willing victim of my own delusions.
Sometimes you have to cut ties. A home that compromises you isn't worth... No, actually, I'm going to say I get it. Losing home is hard.
Sometimes that just makes it easier.
Hey, don't worry. We're talking about Giatta's situation.
Right. Like, what did you think I was talking about?
Anyway, this can't be an easy time for Giatta, but I'm glad to have her on our side.
Hints. Agreed. Let's get some rest. Now we have got the rest. Exit here. I've rested for the night. Now I'm going to go find this... Oh, hang on a sec. No, I'm not.
The armored mask. We dream of steel and charred earth and flame. The memory binds. Flee from her. We fear. For us. For you.
You seem unsettled by Ludwin. Do you want to talk about it?
Blazing ire. It burns and feeds upon itself. Pain through the smoke, we recall. You are not safe with her.
I figured that one out. You sure you don't have history with you? Can you tell me more?
We reach. The spines tear into us. We pull our hands away. But the old scars do not lie. We burned once. Burned. We know.
Did Ludwin hurt you specifically?
A storm from the same spark. All pain cuts with the same blade. Steer clear of the scourging fire, or extinguish it.
If it comes to it, I'll deal with her in my own way.
No recourse but teeth. The flame spreads toward the garden wall. Listen. Have care. Have care.
Believe me, I am happy to have care. Because I am very, very... Oh, hang on, son of a biscuit. Why am I further away from everything than I was before? That's not what I wanted to do. Let's look at my map again. Aha. Aha, now. So I need to look towards B and C. That's correct. Okay, so if I walk back this way... Alright, so there's swamp. There's some Madra. Now I need to walk this way for B and C. No. I need to walk that way for B and C. Where's the way around? Oh, hang on a sec. Plants. Yum, yum, yum. Okay, so I'll walk this way. Which looks... Oh, hang on a sec. Bears. Fuck. Fucking bears. Right, okay. It's Tanglefoot. Okay, I'll Tanglefoot the mushroom. And I'll belt the bear. And, now, hang on a sec. Inventory. Can I shoot the bear? And the nudge cap. Hang on a second, someone's just basically standing there. Basically, yes, I know. Now I'm going to tanglefoot that bear if I can, and then I'm going to swap weapons and wallop it with Born in Winter. Actually, this one, I'll wallop it with Born in Winter, because I'm not here for... Now we get the bear. Sorry, Kate. And more bear. Whack. Dead bear. Good. Okay, now where's the other bear? Okay. That's Tanglefoot Mr. Bear here. Yep. That's okay. So I'm gonna just belt Mr. Bear and hop back. And then belt him again. And belt him again. Whoop. And then I'm going to, whoops, do the godlike thing. Whoop. Hang on, and I'm going to run away from the bear, because coward. And I'm going to whack it again. And then that's the end of the bear. And then I'm going to head back to the Adra. Do I get to raid anything off of these little guys? Looks like no. Oh, little Spalling's got something. Mushroom caps, nice. Let's take those. Now, can I have a quick snooze here at the Adra and come out full health? Asking for a mate because we kind of need to not die. So we get all our health back. Rip a Rita. And then I turn around and I exit. Yeah, rest for the night and exit. Now. Oh dear, here we go again.
Adra stirs, a crackle of light in a withered field.
We're going to make these dreams a habit.
Had not considered this.
There's dream scourge around. It's not comforting to hear voices, is it?
Madness, fright. Our touch cushions you like a shell. We wilt, we gnaw with hunger now. What has come of this place?
The situation, Fior, is dire. Someone needs to help them.
A hand of generosity, or a gauntlet of steel?
I'll go the generosity.
They bend and hone the essence of the earth. They draw from our veins like a well. What are these rituals?
It's called Animancy.
An unfamiliar name. A harvest grows. The dead rise. What do they hope to achieve?
They're trying to influence nature.
They do not trust us to tend. They build walls in their hearts. Why do they not share what they make?
Many people don't trust Animancers.
The hound cannot recognize itself. It growls at its own reflection. Should we fear it too?
No knowledge is good or evil. What matters is how we use it. Let's try that.
Burns the forest, feeds the soil with its ash.
Okay.
We have learned much. Dream of soaring wings in your repose.
Alright. Now let's go towards B and C. Is there a path towards B and C? Okay, let's just walk straight up this hill, which looks like it's got ruddy, no poison ivy. Hang on a second. Fuck me. He doesn't look terribly healthy. And he's not very talkative. Mate, some people will do literally fucking anything to get out of paying their people a proper wage. I'm sort of like...
Those are no ordinary farmhands.
Yes, I'd sort of figured that out. I don't know that I like that idea. It's nothing personal.
A godlike in Emerald's Den. Well, well, maybe our luck's improving.
Okay, Elia.
I'd offer to shake your hand, but I've been elbow deep in Beatrice all day.
That rotting cadaver?
Try and use their names, if you don't mind. It builds their confidence. As you can see, this is my reanimated corpse farm.
We can smell it, too.
I'm trying to demonstrate the value of undead labor. But of course, nothing is ever that simple.
You're using the undead for labour.
What am I supposed to do? Just let them decompose? Reanimated corpses are the future of manual labor. Cost-effective, low maintenance, and very friendly. Now, Beatrice, she's being a real problem, if you can believe it. Would you be a dear and reach into her guts? Feel around for anything that doesn't belong.
Before I do that, Giatta, what's your opinion on the Dream Scourge?
Giatta Castell wants my professional opinion. What an honor. I have a few theories, but no firm conclusions. I have to ask. Is it true? Did Vidaro kick her out of town?
Banished is the word he used to make it sound official.
That's our governor for you. Self-righteous even in his own ignorance. Very well. I'll tell you what I know about the Dream Scourge. But first, I need some help around the farm. I'm up to my ears in chores around here, and the revenants can only do so much. They can't do complicated tasks, you see. Anyway, I'm afraid the time has come to put down poor Silvo.
I'm sorry, that's terrible.
Thank you. It helps that he's already dead. Silvo is one of my revenants, my oldest, my favorite, and the pride of my flock. Someone needs to put a poor fellow out to pasture. And I just don't have the heart to do it myself.
Well, it's already dead. That's the hard part done right there.
When a revenant goes bad, there's only one option. Final death. And poor Silvo's time has come.
Any connection with what happened to Beatrice?
It's possible, but this is no time for jumping to conclusions.
Where do all these corpses come from?
Outsiders and travelers down on their luck. You'd be surprised how many people want to sell their bodies to Animancy.
Say what you will about mercenary and military life. At least your obligations end at death.
Anyone else see a downside to giving monetary value to corpses?
This is a good forever home for the undead. Better than some crypt, anyway. But sometimes we have bad days.
Must be hard on you losing a revenant.
It never gets any easier. First, you mourn the loss of life, and then you mourn the loss of death.
Sounds like you've been through this
Whether you're
before.
raising cows or corpses, every farmer lives with death. And that should cover everything. You can find Silvo in the barn. He's blocked the door somehow, but the window should be open. Just be gentle with him. He's a good boy.
So, killing a revenant then? She just couldn't come out and say that?
And this is why I don't take pets.
Okay, so where's Silvo? Let's go. I've started once. Let's keep going. Now, hey mate, you okay? Alright. Goats, that's nice. Can I get in the window? Okay. other window, I guess. Alright, let's come around here. Can I come around here? And sneak up this way? Yes, I can. And then I've got to, oops, get some Halia's Talon. I can hear a chest somewhere. Oh, it's a backpack. Okay, that's nice. Take the lot. And then, let's...
This one's mine.
Hey, Silvo, I'm going to tanglefoot your mate, sorry. Nothing personal. Okay. No, Silvo, mate, calm down. Okay, now we jump across. And, oh shit, and he's dead. Sorry, Silvo. Yeah. Sorry, mate. That was kind of harsh, and I think now I've got a bleed on me, and I probably should take some of my food. Will I be okay? I should find. Oh, hang on a second. Actually, inventory, food, health. But yeah, I also need something that's going to stop bleed. All's leaf tea, nut springberries. Oh, it cures poison and bleed. So that'll do me. Okay. Now I go back here. Yeah, I feel a bit bad about that. That was a bit crap. But alright, so I've basically killed this poor unsuspecting revenant. Do I get out this way? No, I don't. Alright. Let's go. Let's go. And let's go back to Miss Elia and tell her that we've put down her, like, this corpse farm thing. I'm calling it. I personally, I would feel a lot more comfortable just having farm hands like normal people. Hey, Elia.
I saw you reach into Beatrice. Find anything interesting?
It looks like she had some spoiled crops.
So their blight got into my revenant and interfered with her raising. That confirms one of my theories. Not only is the dream scourge affecting our farms, it's disrupting animancy, unraveling our work. Sounds like I have more research ahead of me, but at least now I have a sense of direction. Thank you for getting your hands dirty on my behalf, godlike. You're a natural.
I dealt with Silvio.
Poor Silvo. He was a bright young revenant, but a very old man. Thank you for giving him peace.
You promised me some answers.
So, the Dream Scourge. I've been keeping an eye on the readings from my fields. This plague, as we know it, is a recent development. But I believe whatever causes it is older by far. Maybe even as old as the living lands. The exotic plants and animals, the twisted landscape, the Dream Scourge. They have a common ancestor. There's something about the essence in the living lands that's different from anywhere else I've seen.
Okay, I've seen plenty of unusual lands and none of them had a spirit plague.
Precisely my point. There is something unique at the heart of this.
Okay.
Not to get too superstitious, but in these troubled times, the arrival of a godlike is no coincidence. You are meant to be here. Toward what end, only you can say.
Fascinating. I'm sure Giatta will be interested to hear that.
I'm happy to give her some good news for a change. You and Giatta are going to shake things up. As for me, I'll be keeping a close eye on my flock.
Oh, thank you for the nightmare. I really have been sleeping entirely too well lately.
I'm remembering
Yes.
why people find this place unsettling.
Yes, I am unsettled. Now, I need to give myself more intellect, I think, because I'm not equal to this. Yeah, let's confirm. So now I'm slightly smarter, I'm slightly healthier. Alright. And also... Yes, did I mention I'm slightly creeped out as well? I don't know that I like the corpse farm. I'll grab some Kraken horn. And then I will walk towards whatever this other farm is over here. What's that? It looks like a chest. Hey mate.
7 in the past week. How am I supposed to live like this?
That's an interesting question. I'm going to raid your stuff, but yeah, talk to me, Mr. Baccio.
Ah, Ado, you've caught me at an unfortunate time. You wouldn't happen to be an Animancer?
I'm afraid not.
Matico. I mean, forgive me. It has been a trying week. If I have to chase down one more revenant, I'll lose my mind.
They can't be that fast, can they?
No, they just disappear. I wish they would at least come back. Soon I won't have any left.
You wish we have to contain this before people...
People are used to the damned things wandering around. I'm the one who's panicking here.
People are used to them.
If Elia finds out, I'll never hear the end of it.
What did you do to offend her?
She wouldn't push her research far enough. She wasn't willing to take risks.
Oh, I've heard this one.
Doing, it's clearly working wonders so far.
And how's that risk-taking working out for you?
My question...
maybe there is something. Maybe I know where they went. I've caught them trying to shamble off to the nearby lake before. Revenants aren't very bright. That can't be a coincidence. They must be attracted to something. It could even have power over them.
If that's true, aren't they swarming Elia's farm?
How should I know? I left years ago. Maybe she's made them more docile since then.
Controlling the undead after no
I was
more.
hoping you'd say that. Just follow the trail of revenants. I'd look myself, but I don't trust the few subjects I have left. Oh, and if you find something, I'd be grateful if you brought it here. I want to see whether it leads the surviving revenants back. The only way to find out is to experiment.
I feel like that's just the most incredibly bad idea, to go looking for a bunch of undead people who have decided to have a little knock-off. I feel like as a side quest goes, alright, well here's a lake. Very creepy lake. With rats. Creaking ships, alright. More rats. Okay, let's come around this way. Jump around the broken footpath. Jump around. And here's someone fishing, because, yeah, like, dead bodies everywhere. No biggie. Walking dead bodies. Whoa, I'll take all that, thank you. Walking dead bodies with a, I was going to say with an attitude. That's not quite the right way of saying it, is it? Now, that's not somewhere I can go. Which is probably a good thing when I think about it. If I break that, does it do anything? No, not really, just awkward. Okay. No. Alright, just awkward, nearly falling into the water. Hey, but I've got some cheese, I've got some candied nuts. I haven't had candied nuts before, I've got some fruit. And a bit more fruit. Alright, well that's alright. I think there is a...
Are godlike blessed or cursed?
That's an interesting question.
Neither. They just are. Anything else is speculation.
I hate
Okay.
speculation.
Oops, hang on.
Answers.
There's that. Now, hang on a sec, I'm stuck there. Can I climb up here? Oh, hang on, let's climb up onto the... Now, can I climb the ladder? And can I? No, guess not. Alright, there we go, so let's, up we go.
Giatta was sent into exile.
Yes I did.
He needs a new research partner.
Okay, let's talk to you both.
Look what I found. A genuine godlike.
Do you think
Found is not the right word. Yes.
Let's find out. Hello, me, Yvette. You friend?
I understand you
Ready,
perfectly.
take a note. Fluent speech and upright posture show marks of sophistication in the endangered godlike.
Endangered, hang on, what the
We heard
fuck?
that Giatta partnered up with an outsider, but I had no idea you were a godlike. Fascinating.
Why are you talking at me like I'm a specimen in a jar?
It's just that we've never met a godlike before. This is a big day for us.
Giatta must have sent you to be our test subject. She knows how we adore your kind. Satisfy our curiosity and we'll give you everything Giatta needs to finish
Research
her
subject.
research. Deal?
That depends on what you want from me.
We want to know about the godlike, of course. You're the first one we've encountered in the wild.
In the wild.
Let's begin the examination. If you could choose, who or what would you be in your next life? Next time you go round the wheel, you might not get so lucky.
You think I'm lucky?
Forget what I think. Let's keep the focus on you.
I'd like to come back as a
Who
godlike.
wouldn't? My turn. Some would call you blessed. Others would call you cursed. The fact remains, you were touched by the gods. Wouldn't you say that you owe something to the rest of us?
I wasn't born to be your savior. I try to help people whenever I can.
You believe we need your help. Interesting.
Oh, I thought of another. We all know that godlike can't reproduce. How do you plan on leaving a legacy after you're gone?
I can't reproduce.
Didn't anyone tell you?
No, no one mentioned it.
Well, this is awkward.
It is, yes.
Learn it from us. Do you have an answer or not?
Many ways to leave a legacy,
There's
and it's
no
none of your
reason to be
business.
rude.
I think that covers everything, mate. Yes.
Thank you for that brilliant insight, godlike. You're a credit to your dwindling kind.
So, Giatta wants to know all about the Dream Scourge, yes?
Yes.
Such has been her research of late. Do you want the good news or the bad news?
Please stop practicing animancy. You're not good at good news, please.
The Dream Scourge is proof that an unprecedented metaphysical disaster can take place at any time.
Oh, that's a load off my mind. Sure beats not constantly worrying about the future.
How's that good news?
What's the bad
Giatta
news?
would be interested to learn that the Dream Scourge cannot just be studied in a lab. Its nature is wild, so it has to be studied in the wild. Our machines and experiments would meddle with it too much.
And like anything affecting the soul, it must be connected to essence. Thus, if she wishes to discover more about the Dream Scourge, a pillar of Adra would be a good place to start.
Wait, what does Adra have to do with the Dream Scourge?
The idea is a bit high-minded. Adra acts like a pathway for souls as they rejoin the wheel.
And the Dream Scourge is a plague of the soul, is it not?
So, just as Adra channels essence, so too may it provide a key to discovering more about the Dream Scourge.
Wonderful. We're done
Now
here, thank
that
you.
we've researched the mind of a godlike, the next step is anatomy. But we've taken enough of your time. Farewell.
Yes. Please don't study my anatomy, like, just...
They changed their minds.
Yes, I am...
Might have dozed off there for a bit. Were any of those words the ones we needed?
I can hear something that sounds like a chest. But not here, obviously. Is there a chest somewhere? Oh, there's a bunch of weapons. I'll take those. I can break them down and do useful shit with them. A little boat. Very cool. We're on a boat, motherfuckers. I'm not getting on a boat. What I'm going to do is head back to the party camp and go to sleep, because I reckon that's probably a really good plan to get some rest before I go anywhere, really. Let's go to the party
This
camp.
is one of the Living Land's main export hubs. Or it used to be.
Okay. Hey mate. Hey Emilio.
Ah, a new face. Welcome, welcome. There may not be much left, but feel free to take a look.
Show me what you have. Now, weapons. I've picked up some common great axes, which I can sell. A common great sword. A pistol. And some wands. Which... Now, you've got a lockpick, you've got some Bobber Grand meat, and you've got some awakened Adra. Let's buy one. You don't have any health potions by any chance? I'll grab some Bobber Grand meat. And some cooked rabbit bits. I'm not buying the spoiled cabbage, I've got enough spoiled food. Thank you. Now let's head myself back to somewhere where I can have a little sleepy boys and wait for tomorrow's... Oh, hang on a second, that's a... Yeah, no. Tonight is EDD night, and I'm going to get cracking on that EDD. Hang on a sec, how far do I have to go? Where's the camp? Yes. Fast travel to the party camp. Our revenants are mindless undead who hunger for living flesh. Drawn to anything rich with essence, as long as it can be devoured and absorbed, deprived of nourishment, they will eventually degenerate into skeletons. And yet Elia has a whole bunch of them working on her farm. And so did old mate. I have so many questions right now. I have a lot of questions. I have mad numbers of questions, but okay. I am super confused. Alright, unspent ability points. Let's apply those points now. I am a ranger. Unlocks recipes for foods with powerful effects. I like that idea. The block could be good. That's locked. Ooh, finesse. Ooh, that's tricky. I might go for the fancy recipes. Yes, let's spend the point. And see what happens. But yeah, I'm tempted with the invisibility. The invisibility looks tempting. Alright, now. Have to find the Adragan heart. If I can retrieve the... oh goodness. Totems, food theft. See if I can find Sansa. Sansa has lost way too many. Alright, let's pause there and go off and do the EDD. I think that's more than enough for tonight. I'll go find the Andragon Heart tomorrow. At the moment, I'll just take a little break and I'll be right back in a minute.